is Chelsea Howard Foley. I'm here representing the Sierra Student Coalition, and currently I am one of 12 youth delegates out of 2,000 internationally that were allowed into the Bella Center on Thursday.
So, how did you manage to get in today, given the restrictions on NGOs?
There were 12 passes allocated to Youngo, the youth NGO constituency, and I filled out a form online, my contact information and why I wanted to get in today and what my purpose would be, and I was chosen.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us sort of what the status of demonstrations are today and what other actions are being taken, including the fast?
Okay, well, I guess I'll start with the fast. Today, in solidarity with the activists who began fasting at the Barcelona negotiations about 42 days ago, over 11 million people are fasting for 24 hours in solidarity and to show that survival is not negotiable and that we will all have to continue fasting if we do not reach a fair, ambitious, and binding climate treaty. Actions inside the Bella Center today are very minimal, given the fact that there are only 12 out of 2,000 youth here. So a lot of what is going on is happening outside the walls of the Bella Center, including at 5 p.m. There was a candlelight vigil for the fasters. And I'm not sure exactly what else is going on because I've been in here all day.
Mm-hmm. What have you seen happen inside the Bella Center today, and how do you feel right now about the process of negotiations?
Wow, so the last time I was in the Bella Center was on Monday when all NGOs were allowed in, and today is a completely different scene. There are no youth, there are very, very few NGOs, and now it seems that there is security and press and diplomats everywhere trying to shuffle me around and tell me where to go because heads of state are coming and ambassadors are coming and people that just want to be here to see Obama speak are coming. And they're really pushing out the civil society that has a great stake in these negotiations. So it just feels like upper middle class white people are taking over and our diversity is gone, and our youth presence is eliminated.
Can you tell me what this general mood is right now among civil society groups about the state of negotiations?
Outrage. No progress really has been made. The G77 in China walked out the other day. Hillary Clinton is releasing vague statements regarding the U.S.'s commitment to climate change. Nobody's really come in, and right now it's just all about how the heads of state are going to come in and suddenly change everything overnight. I don't think that's reasonable, and on top of that, the civil society has been almost eliminated from the negotiations, and tomorrow we get 90 passes for over 15,000 NGO accreditations.
Yeah. What would you say to the head of the UN in regards to the way this conference is run, and how can it fix things in the future?
Well, I would just say that logistics have been awful and the communication has been even worse. For a while we were told that we could all get in for the entire conference. And then when we had the badges system, security officials were telling us different things. And then they were shutting down access to the Bella Center in the middle of the day when NGOs wanted to switch off representatives for press or strategic reasons regarding actions or regarding briefings that I was more qualified to be at than my cohorts and vice versa. And the badges are falling apart by the end of the conference, so they're not even really scannable. They're just not sturdy enough to put up with the wear that we're giving on them. I would just say that we just hear different decisions every single day and we never know. And first it's Youngo's getting 16 passes, and it turns out that we were given 12 this morning, but we didn't know that until very early this morning. So I would just like the UN to give us all more notification on their decisions, because we can't respond at the drop of a hat. That's not how this works.
Going forward, considering that these climate talks might end up in an incredibly weak agreement, if that, what are civil society groups, like the ones you're a part of, planning to do in the future, and what can we expect in the coming year? What are we hoping for?
Well, I think that the international youth climate movement is working towards becoming the leaders that we are capable of being and running for office and getting these old people who don't know how to address climate change or don't even think it's important out of office. I also see us having an extremely strong presence at COP16 in Mexico City, Mexico. Last year there were only 500 youth delegates in Poznan, Poland. This year there were 2,000. I think that it's only going to increase given the amount of work that we have put in, as well as the people back on the ground in the United States have put in, telling their officials and Obama that we need action now. So yeah, I would see us becoming ever more present in political realities internationally and running for office, and not just trying to influence leaders, but to actually be the leaders.
Would you say that this conference has helped to bring youth groups together in a way that they've never come together before?
I would. I've been living in Germany for about 3 months now, and I felt very disconnected from the local activism scene and the activism scene in Germany in general. But now I have connections, and I think that the international youth climate movement is actually becoming an international movement. We are making bonds, we are forming coalitions, we are exchanging contact information, sharing ideas, and showing the world that we may have different nationalities and languages and live in entirely different parts of the world, but we all need the same thing, a clean, just energy future.
For those people who are not here